Hi, and welcome back to CordcuttersLI, where we help to save you money on your cable bill. This video is exactly that. Well, how does 650 channels for $0 sound? That's exactly what I'm going to show you here in today's video. Recent updates to Amazon Fire TV added this little live TV section over here on the home screen. And, when it first came out, it was kind of lackluster, to be honest. But in recent updates, they really improved this, and they allow you to add all sorts of channels from all different sources on there, all in one easy to see and easy to navigate interface with a complete working electronic programming guide, or EPG. It's really easy to set up, and I'm going to take you step by step through that process. Once again, it doesn't cost anything. It's free, it's legit, it's 100% legal from 100% legal streaming services. I'm not showing you how to gain access to content that you'd normally pay for. This is free, and it's 650 channels. Did I mention that? I have a lot to show you, so if you're ready to see how you can get all those channels on your Amazon Fire Stick for nothing, grab your remotes and let's go. All right, so on the home screen, we're going to be focusing on this live TV section right here today. If you just move over and go to live, you'll see that there's only a few things in this section right now without doing anything, and we're going to be adding to that. So before we do anything, if you go into the guide, you'll see you pretty much only have the freebie stuff in here, the Amazon free channels in this guide for the most part. What I'm going to show you today is how to add a whole slew of other apps in this guide, so you can have all of those different apps with all the different live channels and stuff in this same guide, and also on this screen to show you all kinds of graphic content to choose from all those individual apps. So the way to do that is go all the way down at the bottom of this screen, all the way down to the bottom, and hit Live TV Sources. So now, as you can see here, it says available in your guide already is basically the Prime Video. That's only 2 channels. The Fire TV channels, I made a video on these recently. If you don't know about that, check that out. I'll put a link in the description. But Fire TV added 20 new live TV channels that are pretty cool. And then you have the freebie section. So, before you get started, if you add these up, you're right at about, 390 plus channels or so. We're going to nearly double that, because if you scroll down, you'll see that you can add other apps to this live TV section. Some of them are available with subscription. So if you have, for example, a YouTube TV subscription or a Sling TV subscription, you can add those to this live TV section and have all of those channels populate in the EPG and on that live TV screen so you can scroll through. But if you scroll down, you'll see a whole bunch of free apps as well. For example, Pluto TV, Plex, Tubi, Zumo, Haystack News, Red Bull. All of these are other applications. Most of them I've covered on other videos, and I'm show you how to install those. But from here in this live TV section, you can go ahead and install these right from here really quickly. And if you do it this way, everything would be populated in that live TV section. So let me show you how to do that. If you just go down to Pluto, for example, click the plus. It brings you automatically out to the screen where you can install Pluto. There's no searching for it or anything. You just hit that little plus at the right side. You let it install. After it's installed, you just open the app one time. And that is so you get the chance to, skip the initial, logins, or bypass the login screens if they give you some apps, they want you to log in, or you can choose not to. This one is pretty simple, so nothing to do here. You can just then go out of the app. And then it brings you right back to here again. So Pluto is installed. Next, we're going to go down to Plex and hit the plus on that and let that install. Go down. Once again, open the app just one time. Let it initialize. In this case, we're going to go skip sign up. This is why we want to do it once for each of these apps. And then you can exit. Now, in an effort to save time, I'm going to just go through these real quick and add them one by one. And after I get these installed, the Tubi, the Zumo, the Haystack, the Red Bull, and the Local Now, I'll come back and show you where we left off. So let's go in hyperspeed now. Now that I've installed a whole bunch of apps at once, I want to go ahead and restart the Firestick because this is going to help. It's kind of like installing something or uninstalling something on your computer. It's always a good idea to restart after doing things like that. So let's go ahead and move over to the gear and go down to My Fire TV and give it a quick restart. And I will pick up right where we left off. What you see after this restart is going to be very impressive. Stay tuned. Okay, we're back. So let's go over to that live tab again. Don't even look at anything on here. Go all the way down to the bottom and go over to settings. If you remember earlier when I showed you that live TV screen, it showed you a few of the featured content that was on that freebie app. Well, now that we've added all these other sources, you need to synchronize the sources. Now, this would normally happen over time, over 5-10 minutes, maybe half an hour or so. That screen will populate with all the different stuff, and the EPG will populate with all the different stuff from all those different apps. But to speed up that process, you can do it right in here. If you go down to Sync Sources, you'll see all those apps that we added. And so just go through these one by one and click on them. And it's going to say loading Tubi channels, in this case for Tubi. It's going to just take a moment. You do the same thing for each of them right down the row. Some of them are going to be really quick, the ones that are built in especially. Zumo Play takes a couple moments. Adding networks, one moment please. We're adding free networks to your Zumo Play, to your TV guide. Cool stuff, right? Pluto. Okay, they're already loaded. Red Bull TV. Updating channels. Freebie is probably not necessary. It'll be really quick. Yep. Local now, same thing, really quickly. Okay, so now that that's done, you can hit the home button on your remote. And now let's move over to that live TV button again and see what happens. You'll see lots more content now. So this first section is still trying to sell you some more subscriptions on some stuff. However, down here we have a live sports section. This is going to take from all the different channel sources, some live sports, some breaking news, all the different categories here. This is the freebie stuff that was here before. Skipping past that, now you have Pluto TV. Lots of content in the Pluto TV section. These little thumbnails will load after some time. Give it a few moments and that will load up. All of your Plex content is here. So this is a sort of a graphic interface to show you the content that you can watch that's available within all those channels. Again, these things might take a few moments to load up, these thumbnails. There we go. So the Tubi content loaded. I mean, look at all these different things that you can watch on all these different channels, all on this one screen. Haystack stuff is here now, Red Bull. Lots of other stuff. Before I show you the actual TV guide, I want to show you one more thing. Let's go down to the bottom where it says Live TV Sources and click on that. So now let's look, add up all of these channels here. You got 2 for Prime, you got 62 Pluto, 46, 50 for Zumo, so on and so forth. Keep going down the list. If you add up all of these, you have well over 650 channels now available, all in this one screen, your live TV section. Let's go up to the top and we'll look at the TV guide, which is fully customizable now. This was really a slug when they first came out with this feature, but now that they've improved it, it really is quite customizable and user-friendly. So let's go into the guide. You'll see that you have just all your channels here in the EPG showing you what's going to come up on each of the channels. Again, you can customize these. You can go into any of the channels that you want to. You can hit this menu button. It'll bring up the customize function. You can add a channel to your favorites if you want to. Let's go ahead and do that. You can go into manage channels if you want to. You can change the order that these things show up in your list if you want to. I have freebie at the bottom of the list because that's the most channels. So you can scroll through these other ones a lot quicker and get to your freebie. But if you wanted to move things around, let's say you wanted to move Haystack to a different section, you just hit that fast forward button and you can move it up a section and drop it. And then when you go out, Haystack will be between Tubi and Zumo. So if you go down here, at the bottom of Tubi, there's Haystack. And then you'll have Zumo after that. There. You can change the order of any of these. You can block some of the channels. I mean, 650 channels is a lot. Who watches 650 channels, right? So at some point, you can go through all of these channels, see which ones you like, and set them as favorites. So after you've added a bunch of favorites, you go into the guide, and those favorites will be at the top of the list. So you can go to those before you get to all the other channels from all the other apps. So whether you like the TV guide or you like the more of a graphic interface to show you, to give you some suggestions on what to watch, you'll really never run out of stuff. Look at the Freevee comedy section, for example. Just tons of stuff. Again, these thumbnails will load in time. But Freevee music, just tons and tons of stuff here. Plex. 650 channels of live TV. So there you go, a pretty short and sweet video on how to take advantage of this live TV section on your Amazon Fire TV device. Whether it's your Amazon Fire Stick 4K Max like this or the Fire TV Cube, this is going to work on all of your recent models, your Fire OS 7 devices. When the new Fire Stick 4K Max second edition comes out with Fire OS 8, I would imagine this section is even going to be more improved with that new update. So for those of you that are into spending $0 on live TV and to get a lot of content to watch and never really run out, this is a good thing to check out. So like I said, this live TV section of the Amazon Fire OS has finally made it to prime time. At least in my opinion. What do you think? I'd really like to hear from you. Put some comments down below and let me know. So if you enjoyed anything you saw here today, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, share this and all of your favorite CordcuttersLI videos with your friends. This not only helps to get my videos shown to more people on YouTube, it also helps to support the channel. Thanks for watching.